Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing this supercharged Black Widow F-150. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Young Ford here in Ogden, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below. If you do end up reaching out to them or, coming down to the lot, just make sure to let them know that Ben Hardy sent you. And with that being said, let's get into the video. Powering this is a supercharged 5-liter V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic. It produces 710 horsepower and then 650 pound-feet of torque. And you guys can see the cover of the supercharger there on top. They kind of blacked it out. Goes with the Black Widow theme, I think. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now it looks like this truck is built off of an XLT, just judging by the headlights there up front, which I don't think is a problem. The XLT itself is a pretty well-equipped truck from the factory. Anyways, they've added these little hood vents on either side. You can see the truck is purple, which is really cool. You got the Black Widow grille here as well. And you can see the bumper has been painted to match with the purple. You've got the tow hooks there, so it still has some truck practicality. And then look at the size of the tires and wheels. So this is basically a Super Snake, but with Black Widow badging is one way that you could look at it. So the tires themselves, you can see 305 by 35 by 24. So huge wheel setup, red brake caliper with that as well. And then I wanted to show this angle right here so you can see how it color shifts from like purple to blue, hopefully on camera. Really cool color, very dynamic overall. But here is your full side profile with the truck. So again, unlowered suspension. We'll see how it handles and all that. Plus the 24s. I mean, this is definitely a huge wheel on a pickup truck. So I'm wondering if it's going to be super harsh overall with the ride. And then the taillights on this newest generation of F-150 just look so cool. One downside, the XLT does have the more baseline taillights. Doesn't have the upgraded ones you get on fancier models. And then you guys can see with the exhaust tips there. Get you guys an exhaust clip a little bit later. And then this one's a full 4-door, so it still has a back door. You can see you've got these fancy seats. Kind of cool trim here. I'll give you guys a look at the other side. Kind of a better look. Definitely a nice trim overall. They're just skins over the seats. I'll open this up so you guys can see. So they basically just take the seat cover off and then put a different cover on. So that's what has the same shape as stock, but definitely feels a lot more premium. Payload on this, by the way, 1386, so it still has a good payload. And then the rest of it's just going to be normal kind of XLT interior. So with that being said, let's see how it performs. Supercharged Black Widow. This is one of the benefits of Fox buying all these companies out. Because before, Black Widow was just lifts, but now what they're doing is they're doing lowered trucks as well, and then supercharging things as well, because they can just borrow the parts from the Tuscany division, which is also under the same umbrella. So I think that's pretty cool if you ask me. Now, supercharged V8, yeah, it's got some power. The thing I love about supercharged V8s is not just the power, but how smooth the power band is. Now, suspension is definitely firm. I don't know, these this package has it's either the shocks or the coil. I think it's the coilovers that are adjustable, so you can kind of change how things are a little bit. But yeah, I mean, you're in a lowered truck, so it's gonna be firm compared to a stock truck. You don't have as much travel, but not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, it's so incredibly smooth. It sounds so good too. When I say smooth, I'm talking about the engine. Definitely not talking about the suspension. Suspension's, again, it's firm. Gosh, that sounds so good. good. Man, let's supercharge the world. I'm interested to see if this stuff becomes more prevalent again with the recent Trump, basically, what was it, the Paris Accord and all that stuff backing out of it. See what happens with that. It's just like, it's not like a punch. Let me try to explain this. It's just like this smooth, kind of reminds me of my 200 series Land Cruiser, where it's got good power, but it's also just smooth. This has way more power than my Land Cruiser, of course. And the seats are comfortable. Here's the thing is even if you don't change the cushioning at all, you don't change anything with the seat other than just changing the skin, like what this has, it actually does impact like kind of how comfortable the seat feels, believe it or not. If you get the right skin on a seat, with how the material stretches over those cushions, can make it to where the cushion feels more or less comfortable. And with this leather swap, this feels a little bit more comfortable than the cloth. The cloth is kind of stretched out a little bit tighter. This, it doesn't feel like it's quite as tight, which isn't a bad thing at all. It just means that you kind of like, sink into the cushion a little bit more. It feels a little bit more comfortable. So I think that's a plus. Man, that sounds so cool. This is a cool truck. And it just like, gosh, unlimited torque. So, I guess we'll get one more acceleration. I am not completely lost. I know I'm in the, right-ish area. Can I go through here? Yeah, I can. And one day I'll get used to Ogden. Ogden's a weird, weird place. I don't know if I'm allowed to go through here, but we're going through here. What the heck? Yeah, that was not the strangest thing I've ever experienced in my life, but kind of weird. So cool. So cool. It's smooth too. I love it. So let me know what you guys think about this supercharged Black Widow. Would you rather get this, or would you rather just get the Shelby Super Snake that's kind of like a sibling vehicle to this?